Old people tell me a story about the drum is a power. Because way back, there usually be no doctor, and a person that got it use a drum, pray over the person, and they get well. For me, it's a power.
This was a neat film. You could really feel the passion that the main gentleman had for the drum and these wonderful, beautiful instruments that were handmade. And I love that they were teaching the younger generation on how to make these and how to, you know, perform with them. And I love the drone shots and the beautiful shots of this countryside and how you just pictured this sound emanating throughout this whole land and making the animals happy and picturing the animals out there dancing. I just love that he said he wants to keep the culture alive and that the drums are great for healing and they're powerful like a heartbeat and they're good for sadness and loneliness and can be uplifting, and that it's just so neat to see him so passionate and you know, passing that down to the different generations and seeing something that I've never seen before and just bringing me to a piece of their world. It was really cool. So thank you. Well done.
Alright, I just finished watching Dene Drum songs. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is a really great piece. I thought it was had a great sense of emotion towards the culture representing, and it really had a great sort of natural and spiritual feel that was matched with sort of the very real world and dark dynamic of deforestation, these environments being destroyed by capitalism in general, and sort of people's sense of identity and culture being lost because of capitalistic dynamics. I thought that it was very heartwarming and relatable, and a lot of humanization of these people, and it worked well through the music, reflecting a sort of a soulful heartbeat dynamic that showed a fight for life, I felt, and a fight for survival that really matched the musical themes and the musical emotions that you felt when dealing with the performances in particular. I thought it was a timely piece, very relevant towards the current day and the current climate on Earth, and I felt like it had a big picture idea about humans' relationship with nature that matched with a very specific idea of this particular culture and their particular plight. So I thought it was well done, quite informative, and clearly a piece that's important to take in and understand, especially at this moment in time on Earth.
This was a really interesting documentary. I enjoyed everything about it. Learning about the culture and their beliefs in the power of the drum, hearing the gentleman present it and speak about it, which is really endearing. He just seems like a genuinely sweet and charming person. And then, you know, seeing all the action of them putting it together and hearing it and just being treated to the lovely landscapes there was really just a really sweet and soothing experience that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Dene Drum songs. Interesting film, a moving concept, a moving idea. I really love the overall premise about this community that believes in the power of powers of the drums, of drumming, and the music they create, a music that celebrates life, that celebrates humanity. I think it was a very insightful documentary over a subject that is not really it's not very much discussed between in cinema, within the film industry. And I love the rhythm. I especially love the rhythm, and I think it was very engaging. And the overall cinematography as well, with these beautiful shots of the landscape. That was one of the main most powerful features of the film. Something that really dragged me and just got inside my veins, and it kept me hooked to the screen from start to finish. So I think it was a fantastic documentary. Well done.
It's always fun learning about different traditions and different customs, different instruments. I always enjoy doing that. And Dene Drum songs was definitely a blast to watch. It was really fun learning more about it. My favorite part was watching the drums gradually being made, and yeah, I definitely enjoyed watching this one.
I thought this was really, really beautiful and really honored a culture and taught about a culture that you probably wouldn't have had exposure to otherwise, and how much music and drums and how significant it is within a specific culture to their day-to-day life, and how impactful it is for, you know, at least this particular narrator, and teaching kind of the next generation, and making sure that that legacy continues even with the changes in society, and how as a people, as a like human society, as a group of like a species that are ourselves, how we have evolved, but there's such an importance and there's such inherent beauty that should be kept from these traditions and from these like parts of their culture that are being passed down, and there's such value in keeping those around and, you know, teaching them to the next generation. This was a beautiful way of really showing that and explaining it.